to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and I want to welcome you to the stadium. Yes, your 101.1 million capacity stadium, big enough to carry every sport under the surface of the sun. We're talking about football, we're talking about handball, we're talking about table tennis, dembe, ludo, judo, anything you can put ju and o in front. That's what we do here on the stadium. And of course, my name is Bucci, and like Liverpool, I never walk alone. He's a man that doesn't need an introduction. He is the number one Liverpool supporter. He is the prolific striker himself, and he is one of the finest boys on the planet. Please, a warm welcome to Mr. Austin Pablo. Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. Mr. Austin, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Seems like Liverpool, from high highs to low lows.
Yeah, that's the typical Liverpool move. So
I mean, from the top. I mean, we're talking about the number one club to the bottom club. I mean, what's up with that spectrum? I mean, what's going on there?
that's the dynamic nature of the team. We've for decades now, the club has been in that environment where they play very well this week and then expect the worst from them the next week. So I'm not bothered. To be honest, I actually left the game halftime. I was sure that we were never gonna get a point after that out of that game. So yeah, yeah.
It's unfortunate, but still, the train is still moving on. Nobody can take away the phenomenal feat of actually humbling Manchester City, although you're humbled by Swansea by just a goal. Fantastic shots on goal, fantastic chances. It's just unfortunate. I guess, like you said, it's just the luck of the draw of the game.
Yeah, yeah. With Liverpool, to be honest, to be very honest, you cannot expect anything less than that. And then you won't take that away from Swansea.
Of course.
To be very honest with you, the EPL has found a way of humbling teams. Like it's not like a easy, just it's not like a walk in the park anymore in the EPL. You could just be surprised by any team. So. Yeah, it happened yesterday. We got our own KO, and then we're gonna move on. We're looking for a better future ahead.
That's the way, to a better future. And also,
Absolutely.
look, other teams looking for a better future. We're going to talk extensively about, in fact, the biggest open secret in the Premiership. Yes, Alexis Sanchez, it's finally, the ink is dry on the paper, and Alexi is now a Manchester United player. But then also another interesting swap. It wasn't the typical transfer. It was more of a swap, like a hostage exchange or something. Hecatarian's gone over to Arsenal. Manchester United have gotten Alexis Sanchez. I'm going to open up the lines to you for you to call in and share your thoughts. What do you think? Which manager, did Mourinho or Wenger, who got the better deal? Of course, we have Mr. Pablo here who's going to break things down. Of course, we're going to open up the lines to you. You're going to let us know, what do you think? Who had the better deal? Do you think in the long run, Manchester United got the better deal? Or do you think Arsenal have an ace up their sleeve and they're going to pull some magic for the remainder of the season? Of course, we're going to take a short break. Quick call to prayer for our Muslim brothers out there. Keep your dialogue. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this. Of course, this is The Stadium on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And of course, if you can hear the sound of my voice, I'd like to welcome you straight back to the stadium, your 101.1 million capacity stadium, big enough to carry everything that is considered a sport. We're back here with Mr. Austin to give you his consensus analysis about things that are happening around the world and around the globe in sports. And of course, I want to remind you all that you can catch all of our programming live on our Human Rights Radio social media pages. Just check out whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Just type in Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM and you can catch us here live. Be here live in the stadium and also see my very good friend, my brother from another mother. Ladies, he's taken. They spoil your market, no vex. Mr. Austin, yes, to the business at hand. Sanchez, Mkhitaryan, Kilele. Who do you think had the better? Let me just ask you straight up. Who do you think had the better deal in this situation? I mean, Alexis Sanchez, of course, who's 29 years old, hitting on 30, prolific forward for Arsenal, did a lot of great things. I mean, now heading over to Manchester United. I mean, I want to look at the context. I want to look at it in this context, in the sense that now, how do you think Sanchez is going to fit in to an already choked up Man U? I mean, you have the likes of Lukaku, of course, like you say, he's a big scam. You have the likes of Ibrahimovic, who's down with injury. You have you have Rashford, you have all these big names right now in Manchester United. Do you think Sanchez would fit in? How do you think he'd fit in up front?
Well, Bucci, funny thing is, a lot of people they've not understood that Mourinho is one of the literally the best coaches in the world right now. I think he's looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that there are about 3 to 4 trophies to grab before the season runs out.
Yeah.
You need a big squad. You really need a big squad. And you need competition. You need Rashford to understand that he has to turn up every day he gets an opportunity to play football. He needs Mata to know it's important to, create as much assists as possible. You need Martial to take on players, create goal-scoring opportunities, and then bang in a few goals. Everybody has to be on their feet. I really am not worried about fitting in for Sanchez.
Yeah.
I can assure you 100+%. Sanchez will fit in any single team in the world, literally any single team. He's such a unique player, he's an amazing footballer. If you see his stats are just dripping of awesomeness.
No, I mean, we're looking at he scored about 24 goals in 32 games last season. I mean, but this season I think he's just about 7 goals.
Well, this season Arsenal has not really been that good. Part of the reason is, this uncertainty in the dressing room.
Yes.
You can't take it away from the fact that when a team is, facing that kind of crisis, it affects some of these players, personally.
Yes.
And I can relate with Alexis Sanchez. You know why? He's a very passionate player. He plays with more than just the feet. He plays football with and from his heart.
Yeah.
So he's that kind of player that when things are not good back there, it will affect him. And to be honest, if you watch his ad, you and I saw his ad.
Yes.
You could actually see smiles all over his face. And I can assure
that controversial ad.
Oh, that controversial ad, right? I can assure every single Manchester United fan that Man U is definitely going to be picking up a trophy before this season runs out. And that's all the statement that Mourinho needs to make. Like, you know what? I did this, I did that. Wrong move, but I did this. And then I've got this trophy to show for it. Yes, Man U might not pick up the EPL trophy this season because, Liverpool, like I said last time.
You still believe.
Keep the dream up.
I'm a believer.
Keep the dream up. But I'm rooting for Sanchez. I'm rooting for Manchester United to be able to pick up a trophy this season, and I think that is the bigger picture. I don't know whether you still want me to continue.
No, I mean, before you do that, let me at least let the fans out there know, at least you can call in, share your own thoughts, join the conversation. What do you think? And the question for the day is, who has the better deal? Does Arsenal have the better deal with Mkhitaryan, or is it Manchester United in the purchase of Sanchez? The number to call still remains 081 8999 1011. I'll take it again. 081 8999 1011. And of course, this is the stadium. And my name is Bucci, and I'm in the studio. Of course, like Liverpool, I do not walk alone. I'm here in the studio with Mr. Pablo, good friend to the station, good friend to me, a brother from another mother, and a prolific sports analyst stroke striker in his own right. Mr. Austin, now let's flip the script. Let's look at it from the Arsenal perspective. Mkhitaryan, of course, not a pushover in his own right. Prolific player, did a lot for Dortmund. I mean, of course, we didn't see him explore his full potentials at Manchester United. Of course, we all know how Mourinho is. Probably there was just that falling out. He didn't fit into the game or the idea or the strategy he had on ground. And he was happy to leave. I mean, the deal before Sanchez's the ink was dry on Sanchez's deal, he had already moved over to Arsenal in his Arsenal jersey, talking about it being a dream come true to make it to the Emirates, to wear the uniform, and promising to give his all. Now, replacing Sanchez, do you think Mkhitaryan is that kind of a MILF, does he have the same quality as Sanchez, and do you think he could bring some sort of that he could fill that void or fill that hole that is now being left by Sanchez?
Well, Bucci, Mickey is a very, very lovely player. If anybody that watched Mickey from Dortmund will agree with me that he actually is a Manchester United class player.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
Okay.
He equally will fit in perfectly for the Arsenal side. Absolutely. I bet that he will fit in. That void, that shoe is a big shoe. So I definitely would not say that he will fill that shoe. I think he will create his own kind of shoe. I think he's a player that's just going to avoid the shoe.
We have a call coming in. Just give me a sec. Sorry about that. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Paula speaking from Kaduna Road.
How is Kaduna Road this evening, my brother?
No, it's cool, my brother.
Fantastic.
How is the studio over there?
The studio is great. We're having fun. It's a nice, cool evening. We're all having fun here. Talk to me, my brother.
Wow, that's great, my brother. I love it.
All right, talk to me. What do you think? What is your opinion about the switch,
Yeah,
the Sanchez
on
switch?
Alex Sanchez from Arsenal to Man U.
Yes.
It's a big and great deal for Man U. I think at this particular time, that is the type of the player Man U needs right now.
Okay.
And the one thing about Mourinho, now that Mourinho have got Alex Sanchez, Mourinho has to change the tactics of defensive-minded game.
Yes.
He has to play free-flow football to allow Alex Sanchez to express himself.
Okay.
Because Alex Sanchez is not the kind of defensive player.
Okay.
He's an attacking player. He loves to attack and take the ball to the defense and the keeper. So that's kind of the player of Alex Sanchez. I think it's a good buy.
Okay.
And the Mkhitaryan to Arsenal also is a good move for Mkhitaryan.
Yes.
Because if you look at Mkhitaryan, he play Arsenal pattern. I think that was even the reason why this guy has problem with Mourinho.
Okay.
Because there was a time Mourinho needs something different. Like maybe something like what Alex Sanchez can do. Can be hard on the defense and the player.
Yes.
But he didn't see that in Mkhitaryan.
Okay.
Because Mkhitaryan is some kind of a little flexible player.
Yes.
Not that aggressive like Alex Sanchez. So you can see the difference between the two. So I think, move to the other side for those players is a good move for both of them.
Okay.
it's a good move. It's
All
a
right.
very good move.
All
But
right.
I think Man U has a better vibe than Arsenal.
Okay.
But in other way around, when Mr. Rian and now he's in Arsenal,
Yes.
I think if Arsene Wenger also is not playing his kind of play and feedback game and all that.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
it's not as aggressive as Mourinho because Mourinho is a cup winner coach. He's not like the other man, Arsene Wenger.
Who's an economist?
You know, he doesn't care if he doesn't win. He doesn't care. All what he cares is money. once the money can come in, because my brother, that's what we know the man for now. Because you can see now in the whole London, they are the ones sold the highest ticket
Yes.
Yeah.
price.
Yes.
So can you imagine? So the man is not gunning. That's what he says he's gunner. He's not gunning for cup. He's gunning
Yeah.
for money.
Yes.
That's what. But Mourinho wants to win.
He wants to win cups. Yeah.
So that was the reason why. That was the reason behind who for Alex.
Okay. All
So
right.
I think Mourinho has a better view than Arsenal.
My brother,
So, thank
my
you,
bro-
my brother.
My brother,
My brother, one question.
Question.
One quick question. Mr. Austin wants to ask you a quick question, my brother.
yeah, let me
Okay.
quickly ask you if you think that if at the end of the day, this is a perspective that I have though. If you think that at the end of the day, Wenger gets Aubameyang into Arsenal alongside Mickey
And
Who-
Lacazette.
and Lacazette and then Ozil, who eventually do you think made the best out of this transfer window? Man U or Arsenal?
See, like, hello?
Yes, I'm saying if eventually Wenger gets Aubameyang alongside Mickey, Ozil, and Lacazette, who do you think made the best out of this transfer window? Manchester United or Arsenal?
No, my brother, I'm just hearing you clearly now, please.
Okay.
Please, you can read. Let me hear the question once more, please.
All right. Okay. Can you hear me, my brother? The question is this:
Yes.
let's say now Arsene Wenger is able to purchase Aubameyang that Arsenal has been chasing down at Dortmund. Now, if we're looking at the front four, we're going to be looking at Ozil, the likes of Mkhitaryan, the likes of Aubameyang, and also Lacazette up front. Now, let's say this Arsenal has this dream four up front. Do you think that in the end, Arsenal would now have had the better buy during the transfer window, better than Manchester United?
Yeah.
My brother, if Arsenal has those kind of player, this particular Arsene Wenger would not know how to use those players. Yes, this man would not know how to use this player. Why? Because you can see a player like Sanchez.
Yes.
If you are a good coach, if I'm
Where are the Arsenal fans? Oh,
Hello.
Yes,
hello?
my brother. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. We're listening to you.
If I'm Arsenal coach,
Yes.
I will never allow Sanchez to go for
to
no reason.
Manchester United. Yes, I agree.
For
I
any
agree.
reason, I will never allow Sanchez to go.
I agree.
Because Sanchez is a machine. You understand?
Yes.
Sanchez is a machine. So if I have Sanchez, have Mkhitaryan, have Aubameyang, my brother, there will be room for Giroud.
That's true.
Absolutely, I couldn't
Number
agree
one.
less.
Number two, there will be room for Weber.
True. Very
So
true.
did you understand? So
Yes,
those
yes,
are-
yes.
Instead of making all those average players, I would rather send them back to maybe Swansea or whatever. Let them go and begin to chop loan there.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So for me, but if you have those players and you still bring Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan, and Sanchez, my brother, the refund will be the case.
Okay.
So it's better for him as he wants money now. He has already, that's what he wants. The man doesn't want for. What he wants is money. He has told him, we have told him already. And he has bring Mkhitaryan in, and then he's pursuing Aubameyang. He wants to exchange with the Giroud. So let's see how that will work out.
All right.
And see what you are doing.
Okay.
So that's my own view
All right.
about this.
My brother, thank you so much for your view and your opinion. In fact, the Lord is your
Thank you
muscle.
so much.
Thank you so much. And enjoy your day. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Austin, time is giving us the signal. And what's the signal? For us to pack our bags and our property and prosperity, according to the poshest of the poshest lady, for us to walk out. But before we go, final thoughts. What do you think about
Yeah,
this?
quickly. I like that question. I put out there. I don't know if this is a good prayer, but I'm not praying for Wenger to get Aubameyang. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, but if he does get Aubameyang, then I think all Arsenal fans eventually owe Wenger an apology, because I doubt he's not going to be able to make use of that squad. I really doubt that, because these are guys that are definitely going to be delivering, and then he's on call to hit his target, hit his mark.
Economist.
So yeah, he has no choice than to play them effectively. Yes, they need to strengthen their team with one or two top class players, and I respect that. But eventually, if Arsenal does get Aubameyang, then I can say categorically that Wenger has got the best of this transfer window compared to any other team right now in the EPL.
All right.
It would be nice to see Aubameyang in England, but not in the London side. I refuse.
All right, then.
Yeah.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of today's program. I want to thank my special guest, Mr. Austin. Thank you so much. You're a friend and a brother, and you're always on call.
Thank you very much, bro.
I also want to thank the production crew out there, the Mr. Yemi in the IT department and Mr. Monday in the visual department for streaming us live and making us look this good. Of course, this is still the stadium, and my name is Bucci, and I want to wish you all a fantastic evening. Let's do this again tomorrow, same time, same station. But keep your dial locked, because up next is the poshest of the poshest ladies. Ajebo for skin, Baku for mouth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.